So if I'm happy with this, I'll just go preview, and this will help me preview everything. If I'm okay with it, you just go download. Okay, so download as PDF, or you can straight away send to your email, but I'll prefer you to download. So download as PDF. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kwame Twumasi. The long-awaited resume tutorials is here. I'm going to do a really detailed tutorial. I love doing detailed tutorial because I always want you guys to understand. Okay, so I like to break things down. So this is going to be a bit of a lengthy tutorial, but if you really want to learn how to write a resume that will get you selected, then please do not skip any part of this video. Watch till the end. Disclaimer, I'm not an HR person. Okay, I've never worked in HR before, so with this tutorial is based on my experience. I've been working in Australia for over 15 years now, so I've been using this exact same strategy to create my resume in applying for all the jobs that I've been working in Australia. And trust me, my success rate is close to 100%. Almost every job that I apply to, I get an interview. So this tutorial is going to be based on my experience and also the sort of tools that I use in creating my resume. Without talking too much, I'm going to share my screen so we get started in today's tutorial. See you on the other side. Welcome guys. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the tutorial. I've broken this into 6 parts. Okay, so the first part, we're going to look at your mindset before we actually sit down to put together a resume. We're going to look at your mindset so you can prep your mind to put together a good resume. The second part is I'm going to share with you guys all the online tools that I basically use to also put together my resume. The third part is we're going to look at the layout or the structure of your resume so it suits the Australian standard. Okay, then the fourth part is we'll look at how to do your research and keywords. With every resume, you need to make sure you do a deep dive on your employer's job description. Yeah, so you implant those sort of keywords in your resume so you can get shortlisted or selected. Then the fifth part is we'll actually sit down to put together a resume. I'll quickly go through that with you. Then there's the sixth part. I'll just share with you what not to do in your resume. Okay, so this will give you a better chance of getting selected. Now, your mindset. Okay, so before you actually sit down to put together your resume, just know that you are not the only applicant. Okay, so especially with skilled worker migration to Australia, with the visa 482 that I've already spoken about on this channel. If you've not watched that video, I'm going to leave a link at the top section. Please click on that to watch. With that visa, it's open to everyone. Okay, so it's open to the world. So if you see a job description on Seek or Workforce Australia, just know that you are not the only applicant. You have thousands or millions of applicants that wants to come to Australia. So you have to have the mindset that your resume is your first point of contact. Okay, you basically selling yourself, marketing yourself to the employer. So make sure you do a good job so you can stand out from the rest. I want you guys to know this. You are competing with a lot of people, so make sure you do a good job so you can stand out from the rest. Now the second is be simple. Okay, do not complicate things. The maximum pages of your resume should be 2 pages and not more than that. Okay, even if you have a lot of experience, make sure you're keeping everything into 2 pages and you are also providing simple content. Go straight to the point. Yeah, no gibberish, no libby, no laba. Just go straight to the point on your resume. Now, the third point is there's nothing like a perfect resume. Okay, so do not stress about it if you are doing the right thing. As long as you follow what I'm teaching you today, you'll be all right. There's nothing like a perfect resume. As long as you implant the sort of keywords that your employer is looking for, you keep things simple. Hey, you are good to go. So do not stress about that. And the last but most important is most people think that all resumes are reviewed by a human being. Now, most of these companies, they've got an AI, a robot, or an artificial intelligence that does all the shortlisting for them. And these artificial intelligence, they process a lot of resumes at a time. Yep, and they go through looking for some sort of keywords that is implanted in your resume to meet the job description that your employer posted. Okay, so also have that at the back of your mind that your resume may be reviewed by either a human being or an AI. So put that at the back of your head. Once you've got your mindset right, let's get right into some of the online tools that is going to help you put together your resume. So I've got a list here. Okay, so this is my best so far. Okay, so the first on the list is Quick Resume. I love this online tool. The second one is canva.com. They've got a lot of resume templates you can use. The third is Nova Resume, another powerful online tool you can use. They've got a free version you can use. And again, you can use Google Docs or Microsoft Word, okay, to put together your resume. Let me quickly share my screen. Again, I love using Quick Resume, okay? It's the best and it's really, really easy to use. So for example, when we go to the job title or keyword here, okay, I can just go farm. Now, as you can see, it's going to populate all the job titles that is related to farm, okay? So assistant farm manager, dairy farm worker, dairy farmer, farm assistant, farm equipment operator, farm hand, farm helper. They've got tons and tons here. So for example, let's say we're going with farm hand, okay? So I'm going to click on farm hand and I'll go search resume. See, and now this is going to populate resumes that has got farm hand in it. So we've got farm hand. Yeah, I'll click on this. Yep, and as you can see here, yep, it's going to give me a lot of what do you call it, farm hand resume. So we've got one here. You can download, okay? So you can download resume PDF and it's going to download for you, but do not worry about downloading. Yeah, I'll show you how to use this to create your own resume. Senior farm hand resume, you can download. Farm hand manager resume. So they've got tons and tons of examples. Farm hand resume, you can also download this. General farm hand resume, and it goes on and on and on, okay? Yeah, so this is a really, really powerful tool. So if you want to download, in case you putting together your resume in a Word document, you want to download this. So you just go download resume. Yeah, just close this ad. Boom. And the resume is going to download for you, okay? But do not worry about downloading. I'll show you how to use Quick Resumes to put together your resume. The second is Canva. I love using Canva, okay? I love using Canva. So just create a free account on Canva. And when you go into your account, creating an account is free. You can create a free account or you can create a paid account. Okay, regardless, you'll be able to create a free resume using Canva. So when we come to the search, what will you design today? We'll just go here, then we can type in resume. Resume. We go enter. And what this will do, this will give you a lot of templates. Okay, so when we come here, we have a lot and lots of resume templates you can actually click on and start inputting your your data. Okay, you can actually come here to the left side and choose the style. So we can go view more. They've got a lot of style here, so you can go either professional or minimalist. I like the minimalist one. Okay, less is best. Okay, yeah, so just go ahead and select one of these templates and voila, start creating your resume. This one will be a good one. And start creating your resume. All you have to do is just input. See, so nice templates. Okay, all you got to do is to just edit this template and you are good to go. So again, you can create an account on Canva and go for it. Once you input your data, you just go save as PDF, then you save. It's really, really easy. The third tool I love using is also Nova Resume. Okay, so this is a paid tool, but they've got the free version. Okay, so we can actually go to CV templates or cover letters. So we go to CV template, and again, they've got a lot of templates here that is going to help you create your own resume. So this is like a smart AI tool that will help you. Okay, again, it's a paid tool. It's not as free as the Quick Resume and also Canva. It's a paid tool, so you can use the free version. When we go to the pricing, they've got the free version here. So 1-page resume, you'll be able to do just a 1-page resume for free. And if you want more, you have to pay money. So every month you'll pay $19.99. Okay. Yep. And the third, and also the phrase called Google Docs. Okay, I love using Google Docs. So if you have your own information, you just go on Google, type in Google Docs. I'll click on the first link, and again, when you come to the top section, they've got what, resume, as you guys can see here. You see resume. So and you can also use this for your cover letter. So just click on any of the template and edit, save as PDF, and send to your employer. As easy as that. So I love using these tools. Okay, so Quick Resume, Canva, Novo Resume, and Google Docs. I love using these tools. So you can also suit yourself and go and explore. All right, so what sort of layout should your resume be? For me, as to the Australian standard, okay, you can go through the structure of your resume and you never go wrong with it. Okay, so so your details, okay, so as to the Australian standard, you can structure your resume as to this layout. So the first part should be your name. Okay, your name, your email, your phone number. If you have a LinkedIn profile link, add that onto there. Then your address shouldn't be the full details of your home address. It can be the city and the country. Okay, like Accra, Ghana, or wherever you're watching me from. Okay, yeah. Then the second part should be objective. You should have 1 or 2 sentences as to what inspires you, or what you want to achieve in the future, or what you want to achieve from you applying for that job. Okay, the objective. Then when we finish with that, you go to the skills and abilities, then work experience, and your education and training. Then other section can be your language or reference and the rest. Okay, so this should be the sort of layout you should use for your resume. Again, when we start writing a resume, I'll go through that with you. Now, research and keyword. This is the most important part, and I don't want you guys to skip this part because this is really, really important. So before you actually start putting together a resume for your job description, make sure you read the job description several times and look at some certain keywords they've used in the job description, and make sure you implant these sort of keywords in your resume. Let me quickly demonstrate that with you guys. So again, I'm going to share my screen. Let's go to like seek.com.au. Okay, then we will go to like farm visa sponsorship. We go enter. All right, so these are all the farm visa sponsorship. So again, we'll click on the first link here. So permanent junior farmhand. Okay, so click on that one. So this is a job description. They are looking for a permanent junior farmhand. Okay, when you come down here, what do you call it? They have all the job descriptions here. Now, I want you guys to read the job description and look at the sort of keywords or the sort of skill set that the employer is looking for. And we have to make sure, if we are looking for a farmhand job, and if you have the sort of experience, it's good. It's a plus. Also, make sure you implant the sort of keywords that the employer posted here. Okay, the sort of keywords they used here in your resume. I'm actually going to pause this video and I'll quickly dissect this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this part off, but it's going to look smooth. Farmhand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either highlight or underline the sort of keywords we need to take note of when putting together our resume. So again, yeah, they want a permanent. So permanent means full-time. Okay, junior farmhand. What the keyword here is permanent and farmhand. When we go down here to, they've got a farm labor. Okay, so farming animals and conservations. They want someone full-time. Again, it's permanent, full-time. They're going to pay you $30 an hour. So when putting together our resume, we need to make sure we include something like the permanent, farmhand, farm labor, or full-time. Okay, when we go to the next job description, again, I've highlighted all the important places you need to pay attention to, so we make sure we have all these sort of keywords implanted in our resume. So again, I'm not going to read everything. This position includes all aspects of broadacre, so cropping and sheep. Again, cropping and sheep, we need to make sure we implant this sort of keywords in our resume. This include operating machinery, service and repairs to machinery, and infrastructure maintenance. Again, this is an important thing to take note of because that's what they are looking for. So again, I'm going to highlight this or write this somewhere so I add that to my resume. You don't have to add it word for word, okay? You can tweak it around a little bit, okay? Then you add to your resume. Now, the key skills. This is an important part. We need to make sure we have this sort of key skills in our resume. Okay, so they want motivated, physically fit, and positive attitude, attention to detail, maintain a tidy workplace, must have a high standard of work, ability to work unsupervised, current driver's license. Okay, so they need someone with a driver's license. Again, we need to take note of this so we implant this into our resume. We offer, so you can go through what the company offers, but again, another keyword was implanted here. Okay, so 45 hours a week, 12 plus hour days during seeding and harvest. Okay, so again, they need someone that can do seeding and harvest. So if I've highlighted this keyword, I'll make sure I implant this keyword in my resume. Okay, so now the about you section. So they need someone that got interest in farming, someone that is willing to learn, police clearance. Okay, as I discussed in my tutorial, you need to be a non-smoker. They don't want someone that smokes, and of course, visa sponsorship considered for the right candidate. Again, so this is an opportunity. You guys can actually apply for this job if you want. Then we go to the next part. Okay, so this is about the company. Okay, then the position is best suited to a candidate with a positive attitude. Again, they've repeated the positive attitude and willingness to learn. So if you are open to learning and have got a positive attitude, they want you. They want you to so please send your resume with 2 references. Put this in your head, okay? They want you to send your resume with 2 references and a recent photo to this, what do you call it, this email address, and specify the role title you are looking for. So again, when you finish your resume, you need to make sure you have 2 references in your resume and also attach a recent photo. What this means is do not add the photo to the resume, but make sure you have a proper photo and attach it to the email. Most people get this messed up, okay? And send it to this, what do you call it, this email address here. Now, employer questions, another thing to make sure you look into. Your application will include the following questions. Do you have a current police check? Yes, a national police certificate for employment. You need to make sure you got a national certificate. And do you have a current Australian driver's license? Yeah, so this is also good. So this doesn't mean you need an Australian license. If you are living in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, wherever you're watching me from, okay, and you have your home country's driver's license, it's okay. Once you get sponsored and come to Australia, you can just go get 1 or 2 documents that will allow you to drive with your home country's driver's license in Australia. So again, what you guys have seen here is I've highlighted all the important things we need to look at, okay, in our resume. So this is basically the research and keyword phase, okay? So make sure you do a deep dive so you can implant this sort of keywords in your resume. Now let's put together our resume. And to do that, I'm actually going to use Quick Resume, okay? It's really easy to use, and I bet you guys will love it. So again, I'm going to share my screen. I'll go to Quick Resume. So when it comes to Quick Resume, just go to Create Resume at the top right corner, as you see here. So Create Resume. All right, so you need to create an account, okay? You need to create an account. So just go to sign up, enter your name. I already have an account. Your name, your email address, your password. Go create an account. It's going to send you a verification link to your email. Just go to your email, click on verify, and voila, you are good to go. So again, I already have an account, so I'll just go back. I'll go sign in. Okay, then I'll go submit. So I'll sign in. Now, when it comes to the top section here, yeah, so if this is the first time you're using this, you can go create a new cover letter. I'll cover this in a next video, or create a new resume. So actually click on create a new resume. So when you click on that, then you can create a new resume with no content, but please try and use the content they'll give you and tweak it, okay? Because they'll give you a lot of suggestions, if that makes sense, and tweak it. So I love using used content from sample. And hey, don't just use what they'll give you, because hey, thousands of people will be watching this video, and people will be lazy and they'll just use the content they'll give them. But no, again, make sure you tweak the content and also add the sort of keywords that we got from the job description. So I'll go use content. Use contents from sample. Then job title, we are looking for a firm hand, so I'll just type in firm. I can't spell today, guys. You see, firm hand, okay? So I'll click on that, then I'll go get started. Awesome. So what this will do is this will basically go through populate a lot of resumes, okay, with contents that are already populated. All right, so they've got the first one here. They've got like different templates you can actually use, okay? So they've got a second one here. All the template they've got here are up to the Australian standard, okay? So you can use any of this template, but again, I love to keep things simple. Yeah, I love to keep things really, really simple and minimal, okay? So we'll just go with the first one here. You select the first one, then you go use content only, or use content and template. So I'll go to use content and template. Awesome. All right, so again, I'm going to quickly, go back, okay? Then I'll go through the one I've already created for you guys. So I'll just go home, and again, when you come here, you can see I've created one. So I'll just go and edit. All right, so this is the one I've actually put together for you guys, okay? And I've already inserted the sort of keywords that we saw from the job description in here. So when we come to the first section, I've got my name, Kwame Twumasi. Again, you can just click on it to edit. Okay, then I've written the farm hand here because that's what they are looking for. Okay, so I've got my details here. Let me change this email to contact Prince Kiddo. Okay, so I've got my email here, I've got my phone number here, and I've also got my LinkedIn profile. Guys, this is not my actual LinkedIn profile, okay? I just typed linkedin.com/Kwame Twumasi. So I've got my details here, and this is basically all you need. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, it's okay. Just delete this and keep it just the Accra, Ghana, your email and your number. That is also fine. But if you have a LinkedIn profile, it's a plus. Hey, then you come to the objective. So this is where you need to say something about yourself, about your career aspirations, okay? Okay, so when we look at objective, I've added seeking a permanent, okay? So again, we saw permanent in our keyword research. So permanent position as a firm hand. So when we go back to, to the keywords, you see permanent and farm hand. And that's the exact thing I've done here. So seeking a permanent position as a farm hand or a laborer in your respective firm. I am dependable and hardworking farmhand laborer with attention to detail. Learns tasks quickly. So I'm saying I'm a quick learner, if that makes sense. Adaptable and flexible. Like staying busy and learning new skills to find challenging environment positions to encourage me to improve my skills and abilities to share my passion with others and work collaboratively with others. I can work independently and also a great team player. So again, I've implanted a lot of the keywords I saw in the job description. Now, I love to bring the skills before the work experience because again, I've got at the back of my head that an AI or an HR person might be reviewing my my resume. So I want to make sure I've got all the important information first. So if it's a human being that is reviewing my, what do you call it, my resume, I want them to see my skill set first, okay? So they know that, okay, I'm suitable. Because, hey, people are not there just to sit down, relax for 10 minutes and be reading your resume. They just skimming through. Yeah, so I want to make sure their eyes goes on the sort of keywords first before they read the rest. So I've got the skills here. Again, sheep caretaker. When we go back to the job description, again, during seeding and harvest, and they got cropping and sheep. So they don't just want someone with crops, they've also got a sheep farm, okay? So again, I implanted that here. Again, I implanted that in my resume. So sheep caretaker, general farm hand, again, operating machinery. And as you can see, when you click on here, you'll be able to show the level of your skills, okay? So if you don't know how to operate machinery, do not lie. Yeah, you can bring this all the way up. Green means you have the skill set. When it's red means you know a little bit about it. And when it's like gray, yeah, that means you know the job, but you're not that experienced, if that makes sense. So do not lie, even though you've included, what do you call it, the skills here. Yeah, make sure your level shows you either go all the way in, that means you are really experienced, or you show your experience. If you have no idea or knowledge about it, please delete it, okay? So click on it and delete it. Yeah, so I'll just put this to blue as to have an idea about it, but I don't have a lot of experience. And I forgot to do something, guys. So with the objective, when you click on it, you can go show suggestions, okay? And quick resume will give you a lot of, what do you call it, things you can write. All right, so as long as you've got farm hand here, yeah, they'll show you a lot of things you can actually write. So you can change this and edit. It's really easy, okay? And the skill sets, I've made sure I've included a lot of, what do you call it, the skills or the keywords they were looking for. So I've got fast learner, harvesting, seeding, attention to details, team player, great computer skills, active listener. So these are the sort of skill sets I've what do you call it, included here. Then again, you come to the work experience. So the work experience, you need to start with your recent work and go from there, okay? So if you are currently working, you need to include that first. Include the, what do you call it, the name of the company, and include what time you started working there and when you finished. Or if it's ongoing, you just include the time you started working and you just write ongoing. So with this one, for instance, I've got the work experience, I've got farm hand or laborer. So with this sort of work, I was the farm hand, okay? And the name of the business or my workplace was called Darko Farms. I started in March 2018 and I'm still employed there. I'm still working. This will show them that you are still in the workforce, but you are just looking for opportunities outside. Yep. Then when you come down here, I always want you guys to list at least like 4 bullet points as to your duties, okay, when you were working at your job or when you were at Darko Farms. Yeah, I've listed more, but you can go minimum 4. 4 is okay, okay? Yeah, so again, I'm not going to read all. I implanted a lot of the keywords they were looking for here, okay? And if you need more help, again, when you click on it, you go show suggestions. Yep, and as long as you got farm hand and labor, it's going to show you the sort of duties you can add to the work experience, okay? Isn't this amazing? So they've got tons and tons and tons. You can just select and keep adding and just tweak it a little bit. Now, when we come to the page 2, again, I've got another work experience. It's good to list at least 2, unless you don't have the experience. 1 is okay, but if you've worked in 2 different companies, you can populate it over here. So again, work experience, I was a temporary farm hand, and this was with Edincraft Farm Exports. Hey, Edincraft Farm Exports, I just made it up, okay? And I started working here from January 2016 to December 2017. Yeah, so this is basically like, what, 2 years? Yeah, so from January 2016 to December, and this was at Twumasi, Ghana. Darko Farms was at Accra, Ghana. Again, I'll populate. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, and again, I've added the keywords they need here into here. If you need help, just go click show suggestions, and this will help you input the sort of skill set or the sort of duties you need as a farmhand. You can also write your own and it's fine, but when you populate, make sure you tweak it. Okay, you add or implant the sort of keywords they need. Do not just add, because a lot of people will be using the exact same tool. Yep. So education, you can start with your highest education, then go lower. So if you've got a degree, you can write degree, University of Ghana. You started 2014 to 2017, again Accra. Then the Bachelor's of Agriculture. Then you go to your high school, St. Thomas Tech, 2010 to 2013 as a Mankesi high school certificate, something like that. As easy as that. If you don't have a degree, it's okay. Just put the sort of education, or if you have any diploma or certifications, make sure you populate here, but make sure you have the date, the sort of if it's diploma, degree, high school, okay, or if it's just a certificate, just make sure you have it over there. When you took the certification, the sort of award you got, make sure you have everything here, nice and easy. And also your recent one should be on top, okay, followed by your most recent, and the list goes on and on. We have the achievement here, so make sure you add your achievement. So if you have any award, make sure you add it. So Employee of the Year at Darko Farms in 2019. If you have this, make sure you add it. It's really, really important. But if you don't have it, again, you can always delete a section. So I can just go and delete this whole section and this will disappear. And I've got the languages. This is really important, especially for a skilled migrant. Okay, they want to know if you can speak English. So the languages is really important to include. So again, I just added a section here. This wasn't here before, so you can just go to the top add section. You click on it, then you can add a custom date section or a custom text section. I added a custom text section. Okay, so I had languages, I had English, then highly proficient, then I added tree. Okay, and with the reference, now I've got something with the reference. So I added this to to the resume course. In the job description, they stated they needed 2 references. Yeah, but if they do not state in the resume that they need 2 references, do not add the reference section to your resume. Most people go reference, they put reference here, then they put reference to be provided when requested. Do you think they don't know that they need to request for reference from you? They know that. Yeah, so if you're going to include references here, then when you write the reference, just make sure you put 2 references, at least 2 references down. But if you don't want to put anything here, don't just write reference and write to be provided when requested. That is not good. That's a no-no, okay? But in this case, they asked for 2 references. So you go reference, then you go to reference. Again, you start with their name, their position. Okay, so if this was like a supervisor in your old job, so I just wrote supervisor Darko Farms. You write their number and their email. Make sure you include their email, especially with with a skilled migrant, if you are applying this in your home country. Because if they try the number and they cannot get them, Australians love emailing. They will try to email. Okay, so at least include their number and also their email. Again, the second reference, Miss Conversamakwa, head manager at Edinkra Farms. Okay, if you don't have any of these, you can write maybe your uncle or something. Okay, so Mr. Nicholas Twumasi, work colleague, something like that, or uncle or something. But I'll prefer you add a professional reference. Yeah, so someone from your old job, so that is relevant to the sort of job that you are applying. Is really, really important. Okay, and this is basically you putting together a resume. It's as easy as that. Editing this is really, really easy. Okay, so with every section you'll be able to edit easily. You'll be able to also delete easily or add a new one. So when I go plus, I can add a new one. Okay, then you just type whatever you want to type here. It's really Easy. Yep. So you can also go show suggestions. It's really easy. I love using this tool. Okay, so you can also use what do you call it, quick resume, to put together a resume. Once everything is looking good, hey, I'm going to download this and leave this in the description section below, so you can actually download to suit yourself. Okay, so if I'm happy with this, I'll just go preview, and this will help me preview everything. If I'm okay with it, you just go download. Okay, so download as PDF, or you can straight away send to your email, but I prefer you to download. So download as PDF. Yep, then you just save this onto your computer. Okay, so it's saved now. Now when I open the file, this is how it looks like. We've got our nice resume here. So Kwame Twumasi Farm here, and I've got my details here, my objective, my skills, work experience, again work experience, education, achievements, languages, reference, 2-page resume. It's really easy. Again, if you have any questions, comment below and I'll be there to help you out. Now we are almost done, guys. So the don'ts. Okay, so do not do these things in your resume. Do not add photos. Okay, I see a lot of people add photos to your resume. You can only add photos if you are like a model, or like you work for yourself, like a real estate agent. Okay, and you are sending your resume to your like prospective clients and the rest, or maybe you are the CEO and of a company, and you want your clients, okay, or your business partners to see you, then you can add your photos. But unless requested by the employer on their job description to add your photo to your resume, do not add your photos. Okay, go nice and simple. Use formal language. Okay, do not use shortcuts like IE, like slangs and shortcuts and all that. Now, make sure you spell the whole full letter, okay, and use formal English language in your resume. That will show that you are professional. Also, make sure your spellings and your grammars are on point, and hence that's why I like using tools. Okay, so with this sort of tools, yeah, they'll help you correct all any grammatical what do you call it, mistakes. Okay, so make sure your grammar is on point. If you are writing your resume using a Word document, make sure you have a second eye, someone that will read through to make sure everything is on point, or even have a third eye. It's really important. Remember, you are competing with a lot of people, so make sure everything is on point. With reference, as I did state in the tutorial, unless requested by the employer, do not add any reference. If they need a reference, they will let you know. Okay, yeah, so do not add the reference unless requested by the employer. And last but not least, no lies. Okay, please do not include any lies in your resume. It's really important, because when you are shortlisted, yeah, they'll call you for an interview, and with the interview they'll ask you questions based on what you have on your resume. So if you lie, it's not going to look good on you. Okay, so make sure everything you have in your resume, you have experience about it, or you also have a knowledge about it. Okay, and this will help you. Make sure you write a resume for each job description. So again, look at the job description, look at the sort of keywords they are looking for, and tweak your resume according to that. It's really easy. Thank you so much, guys. If you find value in what you've learned today, please show some love to Kwame Twumasi. Click on that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you do not miss out when I release another video. The next video is going to be on how to write a cover letter. That's going to be another quick one. See you in my next video. Bye.